little natural torch things that don't really light anything up. Cool little lit up plants that dangle down that don't block you, they're just for show. There's a little lily pond here that's covered in snow. That's actual water that you can drink and put a tap on. Icicles everywhere. There's a dry pond that's got like, I don't know, like miniature lava spouts or something, kind of graphically, but doesn't do anything. I made these stairs right here because the floor above this, there wasn't a way to get up there. More of the statues, more of the braziers on the wall, and the ones on the ground, the bigger ones. And then I made stairs to come up here. And I'm plastering this with foundations. This is going to be my main crafting base, and probably a little bit of breeding up here. It's got some fancy pillars in the four corners, and then some regular wood ones, some more icicles for show. Does have a hole over here, but it's not, that'll be easy to plug up with ceilings. And then up in the tippy top part, it's also got an obvious like Asian style temple here. And then up here we have another little cubby. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this part for, because there's nowhere for me to, like, I'd have to build kind of an ugly ramp or ladder on the outside to get up here without a flyer. But yeah, and then there is in the courtyard right about there is a loot drop. It comes down as yellow, purple, or red. I've never seen it less than that quality-wise. And the purple and the yellow have had rings. I don't know if I've had a red ring drop there yet, but lots of red drops have come down there. And there's another red drop just like right over here, partway down the mountain a little bit. But there's also quite a big area outside the walls that you could also take over and expand, or make like a tribe thing out of. The problem is this is a really freaking cold area. You have to have fur armor, and like I have a whole set of improved fur. If I throw down, okay, so I don't technically need the otter, but without my fur, I definitely get cold up here, like ice cube cold. But it's cool, and you know, once I really should put a somewhat of a priority on plugging these gates up. But there's so much stone and wood and bushes in here, I don't really need to leave the base to do construction materials. Like, I just did a little pass where I broke a bunch of rocks, and it was only a fraction of the rocks in this area here. I'm loving it. I also had the redwoods base. I don't know if you saw that one. That's where I was going to move to before I discovered this place. Like, from the redwoods, I saw a red drop show up here, which I chased, and then I found this temple, and I'm like, let's make a side turn here and make my main base up here at the temple instead of on a redwoods tree platform setup. You know, I fire wyvern out. Just so I can fly over here faster before the sun sets. Oops, turn. Oh, this is the other one that can be a red drop. Or purple as well. Or yellow ring. I've seen all of them here too. There's a lot of nearby pretty stuff too up here on the mountain. The Lion Temple is on the... Well, that's weird. Why does it show a fortress right there? That's not where the Lion Temple is. Well, now I'm curious. That could be... Is that where I... What's... It might just be a curiosity. Oh yeah, there's an artifact cave that I found earlier on stream. Like, this is a proper artifact cave because I went in and a level 200 something direwolf tried to kill me, which is above the level cap, which tells me it has to be an artifact cave. My redwoods base is kind of on the edge of the redwoods, next to the snow biome. I needed a somewhere where I could build a water pen to breed the water dinos, and I bred up my Archelon and my dolphins, and I'm just waiting for the Basilosaurus to finish. But this is it over here. It's very deep. Like, that's a behemoth gate down there. It is very deep. Like, I could easily breed Moses or Tusos here if I were to find some good breed-worthy ones. And then I have some turrets to kill anything that might spawn inside the water, or any RGs or anything that might approach. My little mini basin here with a hatchery and air conditioners and some beds. This was the water pen once it was finished. This was so much stone. Oh my god. This took so long to do. Like, I literally, it was one of the days I didn't stream, and on stream I did the pillars and the ceilings going around, and then I did walls going down to the floor so that it was all uniform. And on stream I did the pillars, and then I started to do the walls, and then the next day I watched dunks, and I swear it probably took me another 5-6 hours to farm up all the materials to make all these walls, or more. I made it too big, but now that it's done, I'm happy that it's big. That's what she said. And then this is my double 3 platform setup here. This tree, where I have a nice, perfectly lined up foundations and ceiling bridge going across. And I was all set up to do the same thing, like, you know, connect to that tree from this one, and then from that one to this one, you know, like, I was all set up to have my own cool tree platform city of sorts. But then I stumbled across the Lion Temple, and I'm like, the Lion Temple's too cool. It's way cooler than random redwoods tree platforms. But who knows? Depending on how long I play on this map, I might end up flushing out, or finishing out the, and that thing right there had a bunch of metal on it. I discovered today. I haven't found the entrance yet. I did find bulb dogs on the surface, and I don't know if that means that the ab cave was near, but the bulb dogs were near the swamp, but not in the swamp. Like, I want to say it was somewhere in this area down here. I think there was water. There was like a waterfall, and I saw 2 bulb dogs at the top, on each, like one on each side of the river that went over the waterfall, and I'm like, oh hey. Kind of scares me because the swamp is dangerous as hell, and I really don't want the entrance to be there. But I kind of figured that the entrance is probably in one of the three most dangerous biomes here. The snow, the lava, or the swamp probably have the entrance to it. I mean, I could look it up. I'm on the author's Discord, and if I actually did a search, I'm sure I would get coordinates for where the cave is. But I kind of want to find it organically if I can. Like today, I just found that that artifact cave I showed you the entrance to. I just found that today. I was flying through those little mountain passes looking for mammoths and woolly rhinos to tame, and stumbled across that entrance. So like I'm still finding stuff and finding more caves, and I found a little mini, like a little rat hole base cave that had nothing in it, just a little hidey hole cave to build a little mini base in, maybe on a PvP server or something. Also while I was out taming stuff. But yeah, this should be more fun to like decorate and kind of fill out than just a standard redwoods base. Even though the tree bases can be really cool, and they're, you know, flat and buildable right from the start. I don't need to plaster the, although you, in some ways you still need to plaster the tree platforms with foundations, because there's certain things that have to go on foundations, which sucks. So foundations or ceilings. Like the crafting stations won't go down on just the tree platform directly. So I've just been filling this up with foundations, and I'm going to experiment to see how much of this I might want to fill in with ceilings. And then I'll bring pretty much most of the stuff from Fort Awesome and all the stuff from the Redwoods base. I'll leave the water pen as like a outpost of sorts for breeding water dinos, but I'm gonna bring it all here. This is a lot of room for a single player game for like breeding and such. There's 3 levels, and like one side I can use for crafting, and the whole other side I could use for breeding. Plus there's that little weird cubby thing up here that I'm not sure how I would use that effectively. Got 2 Acatinas and already have quite, yep. If you have, I'm assuming you've got the CS, or the, it sounds like you've got the Dino Depot mod, and the passive generation in those is pretty crazy. Like, stuff that passively produces like twice as fast in those terminals. So even like 2 Acatinas is going to give you more pace than you could ever want. You just got to give them some time to kind of get ahead of you. And they'll also slowly produce polymer inside of the terminal, and the terminal doubles the spoil time. So like between the Acatinas making tidbits of polymer all the time and the polymer being slowed down on the decay when it's in the terminal, you actually slowly generate polymer. Not tons. You'd have to tame a bunch of Acatina for that. But you slowly generate it. It's a net positive. And then of course you can always hit the bee cave to get a whole bunch at once. Like bring a chainsaw, hit the bee cave. You'll come back with an absurd amount. Which, once this place is set up, I might do that. Although I haven't really needed that much of the polymer at the moment. On Aberration, my polymer needs were driven by the riot, the improved riot armor that I kept making and kept losing by dying during the Rockwell fight on foot over and over. Or even when I succeeded, when I was still figuring out the pattern, I was taking a lot of damage, and so even on my first success, I had some expensive repairs. But here, I just haven't really needed polymer except to make some of the basic, like, industrial stations and such. But yeah, that's the Lion Temple. And the redwoods and my water pen that I made. Okay, we need more foundations. Let's see. Fire wyvern we'll put back. I have so many Sarco saddle blueprints. Same thing goes for oh, that's a nice Anki saddle blueprint. Do I have an improved one on this one? I do. This one's slightly better, but I'll just store it. In fact, I already know that I haven't seen Pegos here. Pegos are a forest slash... Oh no, Pegos I've seen... I think Pegos can spawn in the redwoods. But on this map, I think I've only seen them in the forest. Or jungle, whatever you want to call it. The non-swamp green biomes. So like, I've seen Pegos up here, and I've seen them down here. I've only flew over most of the redwoods, though. I didn't do almost any of it on foot. So there could have been Pegos in the redwoods that I just didn't see. But they're definitely not in the snow. The only reason I mentioned that is because I was carrying Mejo berries to put in that slot, just in case I got jumped. So that it wouldn't take something valuable. Oh, am I writing? I am writing. Okay, I've done enough monologuing. Let's actually get the show on the road. We've already got a bunch of resources to make foundations. I wish I could queue up foundations. I miss the old S Plus mods crafting station table, where you could queue up crafting of things that, like foundations and whatnot. It was convenient because I can't hold as much weight. Like, I can only craft like 5 foundations at a time, and it's annoying. And during all that monologuing, I should have been crafting these. Change that to 5. So I think I'll finish the foundations first, then I'll do the ceilings, and then I'll move my crap in. But yeah, I've got 3 artifact caves that I've found now, that I've marked on my map. You know what? Since I live here and I live next to one of them, maybe I should just go explore that close one. I'd have to head back to Fort Awesome to get a proper cave dino. I mean, I could do it on my Equus and just knock everything out and then hack it up, but that'd be slower. Oh. There. Crafting. So we'll do a batch of foundations, go put them up there, and then maybe I'll go run to the, or teleport over to the Fort Awesome, and grab... That cave was too small for a Theory. I don't know, a Carno might work, and I do have a leveled up Carno. But I don't think I have any improved Carno saddles yet. No blueprints, no saddles, absolutely nothing for Carnos. Which is sad, because there's a million Carnos on the lava biome. I do have like 1 Rex saddle, but not a blueprint, and there's a million Rexes in the lava biome as well. My otters are so cute, but I'm also really tempted to go get pyromanes because they're a really, really good artifact cave dino with their ability to launch. Even when they hit a bottleneck. If it's a bottleneck of like stalactites, you know, it can like jump up through the hole. I think I have 1 Thyla, but not a breeding pair yet. I think I only found one decent Thyla so far. They don't spawn in giant numbers on this map. Or at least they don't seem like it. I haven't like done a... I guess I could check to see what their total number is. I know some Thylas spawn in the redwoods, but so far I've only seen Thylas in the redwoods on the ground. And I've flown through the redwoods like low enough that they should have pounced me if they were there. Hey, static. Static reaction. My other internet daughter has arrived. Thyla. Yeah. My Dino Finder's only tracking 2 at the moment. Although I haven't done much in the desert since my last Dino wipe. So there's probably quite a bit more in the desert. Static is another good friend of mine. Let's give her a shout out. She plays proper variety. She does some survival games. Her viewers push her into playing some horror, scary games that she doesn't like playing, but her viewers like to see her uncomfortable, unfortunately. But she just plays a bunch of variety stuff. Brain. Come on, Brain does brain things. Static. There we go. So yes, if you're not already following my good internet daughter Static, well, maybe not good, my deviant internet daughter Static, then you should do yourself a favor and check her out. I heard that in the voice of Newt from Aliens. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Yes, there's a lot of innuendo and double entendre and such that happens in chat over there. What was I? What else was I going to check? There was something... Gosh, there's so many of the magic dinos. And they all are inside Magic Land biome. It's crazy how much stuff is over there. Between the high volume of dinos that spawn there, because all the magic stuff's there, like there's 128 parasaurs, 121 pteranodons, you know, etc. Plus, there's so many light effects from glowing stuff in that area. That's the main area that makes my game like start to lose, you know, go down in frames per second. And I have to turn off volumetric clouds or turn off glowy illumination whenever I'm over there. Unfortunately, it does make things fun. What was it I was gonna... Oh, I'm not tracking any penguins. I know I've seen them though, probably somewhere way up here in the corner. It was before one of my before the last wipe though. There's no Gigantoraptors being tracked, but they spawn over by my old base. Over in this area is the only place I've seen them so far. Oh, there's only one Dunkel? Bummer. Probably that same... Yeah, low-level one that I saw when I was doing the turtle run. There's Dreadmares, but there's no there hasn't been a map update to fix them yet. So they're still not tameable, so I'm just not killing them, because then their altars have a 12-hour decay timer that I can't slow down. Hey, Lotus Dragon Hat. We'll just call you Lotus for short. Oh, it's Dragon. You changed your name. We'll call you Dragon then. Welcome, welcome. Is this a different account, or did you somehow get your account name changed? Oh, damn. There's 31 Deinosuchus? Whoa. The definite contender for boss fight dino for this map. They're supposed to be pretty meta, but I've never used them before. I've never even tamed one before. I keep forgetting to look up what the method of taming is, because I've already gotten a hint that it's not the standard KO tame. There's not enough Ceratosaurus on this map. I cannot for the life of me get enough of their their poison spines or whatever to make the stuff to tame them. I have enough for like one hemotoxin, which is not enough for a high level. A million Carnos. Oh damn, there's 17 bulb dogs. I won't search for that because that might tell me where the artifact or where the ab cave is. Tons of spiders and argents. Oh yeah, there's an alpha mosa over here somewhere too. That I saw him and then I went wide around him because I was on the Archelon, the sea turtle, which is low damage, and the alpha mosas have an absurd amount of health. Yeah, there's only like 3 aloes. And aloes are another one where like I'd love that they're an excellent boss fight dino, but there's just not enough of them spawning. We're up to 4,000 dinos being tracked, though. That means that the double spawn is working. I might have to do that, but I have enough stuff to occupy me. I've got 3 Arty caves I've not explored. I still haven't got a boss fight dino breed going at all. Even though I have blueprints for Ascendant, Deinosuchus, Woolly Rhino, something else that was boss capable as well. I forget what. And I found one Rex that had like the one Rex I tamed had high something health or melee. I don't remember which one. So it's like half of the breeding is already like I've already got for the Rex if I want to go the generic Rex route, which I really don't. Even though this is an awesome map to do Rexes. Like if I go down here, there's gonna be like 50, no, there's like 25 Rexes I'm tracking at the moment. So that'd be an easy one to scare up the good breeders. Same thing goes for the Pyromanes. There's 47 of them. I think they're probably all on the lava island, pretty much. I know there's quite a few drops that I've like started to go in, and then there's like a Pyromane right next to it, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not gonna get my poor little RG fried to death. But that would be an easy one for me to because there's water pretty much all the way around, and there's a bunch of water in the magic land as well. That it would not be hard for me to find decent, like good level ones on the outer perimeter, pull them to the water and tame them. I mean, I did it on the center, and the center had way less dinos on its lava island than this one. This one's packed with stuff. It'd be easy to do the taming minigame. Yeah, I found a million Sarco blueprints, but there's only 20 or so Sarcos. Although that's still plenty. Since they don't have an oxygen stat, it's very easy to get good ones, but they're not boss fight level. Stegos are another one where it would be easy to get a good breed of Stegos going, either regular or magic. There's both versions. The magic Stegos have triple the health, but a third of the weight capacity, so you'd have to turn off gathering. probably, if you're going to use those. Therazinos is similar. There's very few regular Therazinos spawning. They do spawn around Fort Awesome though. Like that's where I keep seeing them spawn, is right around it. But there's a ton of magic Therazinos up here with triple health that you could turn off gathering, and they would be an awesome boss fight dino. I would prefer to not lean on the magic dinos for the boss fight. For one thing, they all tend to look the same. They all glow the